This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
The U.S. has captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, expected to be in court now later today. We have reaction from across the world and right here in Central Florida.
And a Brevard County animal hospital has taken in dozens of seabirds over the past 2 months, what experts believe is causing the birds to wash up along our coast.
Plus, a couple's savings account wiped out in seconds after what seemed to be an innocent phone call. How to spot the scammers and what to do if this ever happens to you. I really hope it doesn't.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Darlene Jones. Your time now is 6 o'clock on the dot on this Monday morning, January 5th.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. We are welcoming in our first full week of the new year with certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimmy and some fog. She's tracking it all in Severe Weather Center 9.
A lot of fog around Central Florida. Lake Eola, at least we're getting some improvement. We can see some of the holiday lights now as we look on the back side of the lake here from our tower camera. We weren't able to see that just about 20 minutes ago, but there's a dense fog advisory from Lake County all the way over into Volusia and Brevard County for us this morning until 9 o'clock. And you can see why. We look at the numbers. Visibility under a half a mile in a lot of those communities. Off to the west where the advisory is not issued, we're still seeing some fog develop, but the visibility at 1 mile, 2, 3 miles, it's just not as thick as what we have in and around Seminole, Orange, and down into Osceola County, which is, we do a deeper dive. You can see the numbers, and many of these communities are sitting under a half a mile for how far you can see in front of you. Kissimmee, half a mile. Celebration, 7/10. Holopah, 9/10 of a mile, and we're going to keep numbers in place like this all the way through that 9 o'clock window with the advisory. And really between 9 and 10 o'clock, we're still going to be dealing with fog because look at the 11 o'clock time frame. We're not even back to normal levels yet. We'll have the clouds kind of rising, but still low-lying levels. As we get beyond the fog, though, today, it is going to be a quiet afternoon and a warm afternoon. And this is going to be the trend as we take you through this week. I do have 80s in our forecast. We'll talk about the timing of them coming up. Our time right now is just about 6:02. We'll get a check of the roads with Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. We start with a new crash on the turnpike. It's moving southbound just after I-4. State troopers are working this one, but we're not seeing any slowdowns through the area just yet. We'll keep a close eye on it for you. We know how busy this stretch gets on a Monday morning drive. We have a broken down vehicle on I-4 eastbound right at Apopka Vineland Road. It's off to the shoulder, but we're also seeing those signs warning of low visibility in the area. It's something we're watching all across Central Florida. Here's I-4 right near South Street in downtown Orlando. That fog slowing down the drive, which is a good thing. Make sure you're keeping that good distance between you and the car in front of you. We'll show you a crash on 192 near Disney next.
Alexa, we continue to follow that developing story. The president of Venezuela will be in a New York courtroom today. He and his wife were captured in a U.S. raid this past weekend. Channel 9 Sam Martello joins us live here in the studio, tracking the latest developments in this major international story. And Sam, President Trump saying overnight that the U.S. is now in control there.
That's the latest we heard from him, Darlene. And right now, Maduro and his wife are being held in Brooklyn and will make their initial appearance in court today. This is the future of Venezuela is still uncertain.
A registered sex offender is now facing charges this morning for kidnapping and torture in Flagler County. Deputies there say Darnell Harrison, who you see here, used a 15-year-old to lure an 11-year-old victim to a campsite. Last week, we showed you this body camera video you see here. Harrison running away during a traffic stop. The 15-year-old took off in the truck, and watch, you can see here, crashes there on the side of the road. Deputies say they believe Harrison planned to kill the 11-year-old because he had information about another crime.
I think we all believed he was going to die that night. And our victim felt that way also. He was truly frightened.
And the victim told investigators Harrison choked him, tied him up, and forced him to drink whiskey and smoke marijuana. Deputies credit a tip from a caller who reported seeing Harrison with 2 children.
Orlando police are investigating the death of a former city police officer who was shot after what investigators are calling a family dispute. The victim is identified as Dennis Turner, who served on the Orlando police force for 23 years. Highlands County deputies say they caught the suspect Jeffrey London 90 miles south of the shooting scene during a traffic stop in Sebring. Channel 9 first brought you to the scene of this investigation as breaking news on Thursday. The home is on Cozart Street near Carver Middle School.
Orange County deputies are still searching this morning for 2 people in a brutal axe attack. Deputies have already arrested Ann Askell and her boyfriend, Nicholas Lavalle. Investigators say Askell lured the victim to a home in Union Park over on the east side where 2 others were waiting, and the victim was attacked. His car was also stolen. 2 suspects wearing ski masks are still on the run.
In Brevard County, a house fire in Cocoa Beach has turned deadly. 3 people were taken to the hospital. One of them, 68-year-old Julie Edwards, died. The fire started Friday on west of Volusia Lane. Crews spent hours at the scene investigating. After putting out the flames, the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
A home health care aide was arrested in Flagler County, now accused of stealing from a person in her care. Deputies say 32-year-old Katie Swain stole cash and a debit card from a patient in Palm Coast, stealing more than $600 in charges on the victim's card. We have told you here on Eyewitness News about the swan deaths over at Lake Eola in downtown Orlando over the last week. But coming up in the next 10 minutes, we have new details on an increase in sick birds in Brevard County, while wildlife officials there don't think it's linked to the avian flu.
The first Space Coast launch of the new year is now in the books. 29 Starlink satellites are in low Earth orbit following the early launch Sunday. Here it is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
After separation, that booster landed on a drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean. The next launch is a SpaceX launch set for Thursday, just before 1:30 p.m. Coming up on 6:10, we check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimmy's getting things going in Severe Weather Center 9.
And we've got fog around a lot of Central Florida early this morning. This is our live shot in downtown Orlando, looking to the north. Usually at this time, still the dark skies, but you can at least see the city lights. You can even see some of the cars starting to make their morning commute in. We can't see any of that this morning because of the thick fog. And we do have a dense fog advisory that's in place, not just for Orange County, but Osceola, Brevard, Seminole, Volusia, Lake County, all under a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock. So I want to get down to some of these communities so we can get a deeper dive at some of the numbers. You can see from St. Cloud through Celebration, almost all of Osceola County, you've got the visibility under a mile. Deer Park, you're the exception, just above it. Then we head over into Brevard County, Titusville and Palm Bay, still under a mile, but right near a mile, near Rockledge, near Pineda, near Cocoa Beach as well. We head into Orange County. You can see the fractions that we are tracking, at least getting above a mile up near Oviedo and Altamont Springs for us this morning. But fog is going to be a concern for us over the next couple of hours through at least 9 o'clock before we start to see some thinning. Now temperatures, they're comfortable, 50s and 60s. You don't need the jacket. And later this afternoon, it's actually going to be on the warm side with highs back into the mid 70s. And then it's going to get even warmer this week. I've got highs back in the 80s, not just for a day, for multiple days. I'll take you through the changes there coming up in my full forecast. Our time now is just about 6:11. We'll get a check of the roads with Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. We take you to 192 right near World Drive in Osceola County. We've been watching this crash for about an hour now. State troopers still working it, but not closing any lanes. Your drive through shouldn't be shaken up. Here's Traffic Team 9's Dory Don.
Yeah, taking a look at our Metro Drive, just reminding you, like Cassie said, that fog is going to cause issues this morning. So use those low beams, drive with caution. Looking good on I-4 in both directions through downtown, 408 eastbound and westbound, up to speed from Crystal Lake Drive past Kirkman. No delays on Colonial or OBT. We'll show you a broken down vehicle on I-4 and the 417 coming up. Darlene?
All right, thanks, Dory. A family still demanding answers this morning in the murder of their loved one. What we're learning about the suspects in the shooting death of a Lake County teenager. Alexa?
And dozens of birds, Darlene, have died after washing up on beaches in Brevard County. We spoke with experts at a wildlife hospital nearby about the cause.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News, getting you closer over the scene of breaking news. Sponsored by Bogan Munns & Munns. No gimmicks, just results. Martha Sigalski, Greg Warmouth, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry on Channel 9.
Welcome back. It's coming up on 6:15 as we take a live look over downtown Orlando's Lake Eola Park, dealing with lots of fog this morning. Certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimi will have that full forecast from Severe Weather Center 9 here shortly. Good morning to you. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Darlene Jones. The Brevard County Wildlife Hospital is seeing an increase of sick birds in the county. They're dying from migratory stress.
Despite everyone's best efforts, the birds taken to the hospitals did not survive. As Channel 9's Melanie Holt reports, some had to be euthanized. Belle Isle police say a caring little girl made their day. They say she gave one of their canine officers a Christmas present, and they want to say thank you. The gift was for canine Belle, but officers say Belle forgot the girl's name in all the excitement, and they would love to reconnect with her and thank her once again for the generous gift. And I'm sure they are going to be able to track down this sweet little girl.
Yeah, I'm going to post that on Facebook so we can try to help. Get that reunion going.
She will be found.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's just a cute story. Also, I love how they blame the dog.
Right?
Similar to what I do at my house. Sorry, Brody must have done it. Right?
Too funny.
Oh, goodness. Outside foggy. A lot of people are going to be headed back to work today, possibly after a week-long or multi-week-long break. Not judging you, just a little slightly jealous if you got a couple of weeks off. We get you outside, though. Lake Eola, where the foggy conditions are. Temperature is mild, 57 degrees for us this morning, but the fog, it is thick, and it's thick for a lot of us. The visibility into land at OIA, near Kissimmee, over in Cocoa Beach, in Winter Haven, all of those communities I just listed, the visibility is under a mile. That means you can't see more than a mile in front of you. And Alexa and Dory Don have been tracking and talking about this fog on the roadway all morning long. You want to give yourself just a little bit of extra time because of that. Now, as we go through the morning, you can see through 10 o'clock, we still have some of that fog present. Low-lying clouds as well. I don't think we're going to get a full burn off and get some of that sunshine moving in really until about midday, 11 to about lunchtime. We'll start to get some of that sunshine returning, and we'll get more of it than we did yesterday. Looking at partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies by the afternoon. After the fog, with temperatures climbing into the mid-70s. We take you hour by hour over in Titusville, where again we've got the foggy, cloudy time for the first half of the day. Still at 11 o'clock, still mostly cloudy, but then partly cloudy with 70s. And reaching about 73 in Cocoa, 77 in Titusville, 77 in Sanford, and 75 degrees in Leesburg. So it will be nice and warm, beating out a lot of the 60s we had yesterday, and then feeling even warmer for the rest of the week. How about some 80s for multiple days? You can see I put the normal afternoon high for Orlando and the top there on the banner, just so you can reference that we're going to be almost 10 degrees above average for almost this entire week, and that pushes into the weekend as well. Our 7-day forecast of the weekend always in view has us with mostly sunny skies Tuesday all the way through Friday with 80s. Morning temperatures will be mild as well, 50s and 60s, a couple of patches of fog as well tomorrow morning. We won't get our next big change until this weekend. Another front bringing us temperatures back down into the mid-70s by Sunday. 6:20 is our time. We're going to check the roads with Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. We start with a broken down vehicle on I-4 westbound right near the 417 in Osceola County. It's off to the right shoulder, not seeing any problems for drivers moving through. Here's Traffic Team 9's Dory Don.
Yeah, taking a look at those drive times. So far, so good. I-4 East between World Drive and the Beach Line. That's just an 11-minute travel time. I-4 West between DeBerry Avenue and the 408 will take you 23 minutes. We'll show you a crash on the Turnpike in 10 minutes. Darlene?
Thanks, Dory. It started as an innocent phone call and ended in a nightmare. How scammers used a couple's personal information against them and how you can protect yourself from scams like this.
Then consumer advisor Clark Howard explains why you need to pay extra attention before you book your next hotel room. A lot of drivers across Central Florida will be seeing higher prices at the pumps this morning. The average price for a regular gallon of gas in Florida is $2.81. That's up 7 cents from last week when it was $2.74 a gallon. The price for a gallon of gas in Orange County is $2.84. In Brevard, it's $2.81.
Tesla is no longer the world's largest seller of electric vehicles. Chinese EV manufacturer BYD reported selling more than 2 million electric vehicles last year alone. Tesla sold 1.6 million. BYD vehicles are not available for purchase here in the U.S. Tesla is available in China and is one of the company's largest markets behind America.
The new year is bringing changes this tax season. The IRS released the new tax brackets for this year's tax season. People who made up to $11,925 last year qualify for the lowest tax bracket. Married couples who made up to $23,850 also qualify. You can find the full list of changes in the Trending Now section of WFTV.com. Police are still looking for persons of interest following a shooting in Leesburg in the middle of December.
Yeah, coming up, we were there this past weekend as the community came together mourning the murder of a teenager.
And the president of Venezuela is scheduled to be in court this afternoon. We have reactions from Central Floridians following his capture.
And early this morning, a whole lot of fog. We've got dense fog advisories issued for many of us across Central Florida, but we'll break through it. I'll be taking you through the timing of the thickest fog coming up. Our time now, 6:26.
This Tower Cam shot, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Next Jeopardy! Past champions are back with some magic.
Some wizards, some dwarves.
Who will cast a spell to secure victory?
Great game, everybody.
Brought to you by Orlando Health.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
The president of Venezuela is scheduled to be in court this afternoon. We have reaction from across Central Florida in the wake of his capture.
And a family is still demanding answers in the death of their loved one. We were there as the Lake County community came together in prayer.
And a family losing all of their savings in a matter of seconds. What you need to watch out for so you don't fall victim to a scam like this.
Good morning to you. It is 6:30 on our first week of the new year. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Darlene Jones. It really is the first full week. It's like
ready?
a fresh start. I'm ready. Let's go. We check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Certified meteorologists Cassie Crimmy and Severe Weather Center 9. And hopefully that fog will start to lift soon.
Soon, Darlene, but I think we still have a couple of more hours to settle into this fog. We've got dense fog advisories that were placed overnight for most of Central Florida. This goes until 9 o'clock. I will likely expect it to last until 9 o'clock in a lot of spots. And you can see the visibility in portions of Brevard and Osceola County. The numbers, they're quite low. A lot of Brevard County down to about a mile, but into parts of Osceola County, you can see Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Celebration under a mile, even close to a half mile, which is what we're tracking in and around large portions of Orange County as well. A little bit bigger numbers, but still a mile and a half in portions of Seminole County. So if we time it out for you through 9 o'clock, you can see the visibility. It's taken a big hit. That 10 o'clock window, that's going to be the transition. We'll start to get a lot of that fog burning off and lifting for us. I think we'll still see kind of a low deck of clouds, and by lunchtime, we'll start to get more sunshine. So once we get beyond that fog, today should be quiet and actually a warmer day for Central Florida with highs back in the 70s, and then it gets even warmer for the rest of the week. I've got 80s back in the outlook, which I'll take you through the timing of them coming up. 6:31 is now our time. We'll get a check of the roads with Alexa.
We start on the turnpike moving southbound, Cassie, just after I-4. We have troopers investigating a crash through here, but it's not causing any delays through the area. I-4 eastbound and Apopka Island Road we go. We have a broken down vehicle also off to the side. All main lanes open for drivers this morning. As Cassie mentioned, we are watching fog across the area, making for a slower drive here in Central Florida. A live look now at the 408 and Crystal Lake Drive. We'll show you I-4 in Osceola County next.
We continue our coverage this morning on the capture of Venezuela's president. It is hitting home right here in Central Florida. We saw some of the tension firsthand as protesters took to the streets in Orlando this past weekend to speak out against the operation. Channel 9 Sam Martello is live for us in the studio monitoring developments. And Sam, we expect Nicolas Maduro to appear in a U.S. courtroom in New York today.
Darlene, Maduro and his wife are being held in Brooklyn and will make their initial appearance in court today. Central Floridians are torn on the U.S. operation.
People who receive SNAP benefits will soon need to deal with some new restrictions. Florida recipients will no longer be able to use their benefits to buy junk food, energy drinks, or soda. The changes are set to start April 20th. Florida is one of 17 states putting these restrictions in place. State leaders say they want to help families make healthier daily choices.
Today, community leaders, family, and friends will celebrate the life and legacy of former Eatonville Mayor Eddie Cole. The service starts at noon at First Baptist Church of Orlando on John Young Parkway. Mayor Cole will be laid to rest at Eatonville Memorial Gardens. He served Eatonville from 2016 to 2022 and spent 37 years as an assistant coach for the Rollins College women's basketball team, where he was inducted into the Rollins Sports Hall of Fame in 2023. He was also the chaplain for the Orlando Magic up until his death. He was passionate about the youth and served as executive director of Every Kid Outreach, focusing on empowering and uplifting minority children across our area.
A scammer stole a family's life savings, and it all started with just a simple phone call. Coming up in the next 10 minutes, what Action 9 says you can do to help protect your money from clever crooks over the phone.
An Orange County man is accused of firing a gun at a neighborhood park, then handing it to a young child. Deputies say Cecil Jones, who you see here, doesn't know the young boy, who got scared and ran home. His mother then called 911. Jones is now facing charges including contributing to the delinquency of a minor and unlawful discharge of a firearm. And take a look at this body camera video. Orlando police say they found a man at an apartment complex on a bike, no less, breaking into the community mailbox. Investigators say they received calls about the theft happening there. Sean Cronin was arrested, and police say he had no mail truck or uniform. In fact, again, he was on a bike. He is now facing several charges, including grand theft.
If your commute takes you along State Road 417 this morning, you'll see some construction. Pile driving started at 6 this morning on Winter Springs Road Bridge. The work will continue until 8 o'clock at night on most days. You may experience some noise and feel some vibrations in that area. Again, it's all part of this construction. The work should wrap up by early February. This is part of the widening project happening along the 417.
Your time now on this Monday morning is 6:39, and of course we check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimmy has been tracking that dense fog just really smothering Central Florida right now.
Right. A lot of us are being impacted by this for our back to work Monday commute. We take you outside downtown Orlando, the 55 West building there that you can barely see from our camera. You can't even see I-4 or any of the buildings off in the distance due to this fog over parts of downtown Orlando. All of Orange County, Seminole County, Lake, Osceola included in a dense fog advisory, and portions of Volusia and Brevard County until 9 o'clock. And you can see why. This is a widespread fog event where some communities aren't as hard hit, but there are many of us that have visibility near a mile, under a mile, and it has been that way for multiple hours now. So we go hour by hour through the rest of the morning. Here we are at 8:45. You can still see there's a lot of spots where the visibility is under a half a mile. That 9 to 10 o'clock window, that's when we'll start to get some improvement. I think we'll still have some low-lying clouds, patches of fog, though, still present. Possibly 10:30. By midday, we'll get some of that sunshine, and then the potential of return fog early tomorrow morning as we head back out the door on our Tuesday. The kiddos in Orange County head back to school tomorrow, so something to keep in mind and plan for. Now, outside of the fog, our temperatures, they're comfortable, 50s and 60s. Later today, when we get some of the sunshine, it's going to be warmer, and we'll get even warmer still later this week. We'll talk about the 80s I have back in the forecast coming up. 6:41 is our time. We'll get a check of the roads with Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. To Osceola County we go. We have a broken down vehicle on I-4 moving westbound right near the 417. It's off to the right shoulder. Not seeing any issues through there. Through this same stretch, though, we are seeing delays eastbound. Here's Traffic Team 9's Dory Don.
Yeah, here's a live look, Alexa. This is I-4 and Osceola Parkway. Those slowdowns are between 192 and Apopka Vineland Road. Then you're clear to the beach line. And a reminder, Cassie's been talking about it all morning long, the fog. You can see that fog through the roadways. Use those low beams and drive with caution. We're not seeing any delays in those westbound lanes, so that's good news. We'll show you a crash on I-4 in Volusia County coming up. Darlene?
Thanks, Dory. This is a story you have to stick around to see. A cow is now back home in her pasture after a 20-month journey. Coming up, how Stella finally made it back home.
A savings scam drained one family's entire account. What you need to know to make sure it doesn't happen to your family.
WFTV.com. See breaking news anytime, everywhere. Streaming live no matter what device you're on. Plus, zoom into live radar and track storms to where you live. WFTV.com is brought to you by City Kia of Greater Orlando. Watch Eyewitness News from any device with Eyewitness News live stream. Sponsored by Bogan, Munz & Munz. No gimmicks, just results.
Welcome back. Coming up on 6:45 now, I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Darlene Jones. A family's savings wiped out in a matter of seconds after a scammer tricked them into sending not one, but 2 wire transfers.
They totaled around $9,500, those transfers. Jason Stujenki shows you how you can protect yourself from a scam that all starts with a simple phone call. 6:48 on this Monday morning, and we are still waiting for that fog to burn on out.
It's going to take some time, my friend.
She said patience.
Right? It's been here all morning long. It's going to stick around still for probably at least an hour, if not 2, before we get some improvement. But I've got your full outlook coming up in 15 seconds.
It's the biggest deal on breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Outside early this morning, the fog has been a big story all morning long. The thickness of it, the widespread presence that we've been tracking in downtown Orlando, Lake Eola. We can't even see the lights from the buildings off in the distance. We can start to see a little bit of those holiday lights, though, for us. So some improvement, although very, very minor. You can see at OIA, the visibility has been under a mile, if not under a half a mile, almost all morning long. We are seeing, though, in parts of Osceola, southern Brevard County, some slight improvement. And again, emphasis on slight because in Celebration, St. Cloud, Kissimmee, our visibility right at around a mile. But for most of this morning, it was under a half a mile. Still under a mile in areas like Whittier and Holopaw as well. We're still under a mile in Cocoa Beach and near Pineda as well. Titusville seeing some thick fog. So through 9 o'clock at least, many of us will be impacted by this fog. Polk County has actually been added into this dense fog advisory for us. And as we go through the models on this, I'm stopping it at 11 o'clock. I think we'll start to get some of the fog lifting, but low-lying clouds still present. I don't think we'll get rid of them until about midday, and then we will have pockets of sunshine, and it's actually going to be a pretty nice day once we get beyond the fog. But you can see that lasting at least through 9 o'clock. The low-lying clouds through 11 o'clock near the attractions. Then we've got the sunshine, mid-70s if you're headed to Disney for the final day of winter break for many of our kids around Central Florida. We've got the cloudy, foggy start with partly cloudy skies and temperatures back into the 70s. Now for the villages, for Ocala, for DeLand, those 70s that we're going to see today, more than 10 degrees warmer than what we had yesterday. We did have some of the 70s in our southern locations yesterday, so it's going to be a nice warm afternoon, and it gets even warmer still. Take a look at the 7-day forecast with my weekend always in view. This almost looks spring-like for us because, again, keep in mind, low 70s, normal this time of year with morning temperatures around 49 to 50 degrees. And we've got highs in the 80s each and every day starting tomorrow. This lasts all the way into this upcoming weekend. We'll start to get a little bit of a pattern shift come Sunday with highs back around the mid 70s. 6:51 is our time. We're going to check the roads with Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. Into Volusia County we go. We have a new crash on I-4 moving eastbound just after State Road 44 in DeLand. It's off to the right shoulder, not seeing any slowdowns for drivers moving through. I-95 southbound now just before US 92 in Daytona Beach. We have a crash off to the shoulder. You can see that semi there. Your main traffic is still moving on those lanes. Checking out our drive times, looking at our board this morning, seeing drivers move at under 40 miles per hour on I-4 eastbound World Drive to the beach line. Darlene?
All right, thanks. After a storm helped free her, Stella is now back home in her own pasture after a 20-month journey. The incredible return home coming up.
And coming up on TV 27, a Springer Spaniel really has a nose for her job. We'll tell you what this dog can sniff out better than any other dog around.
Weather updates from Severe Weather Center 9 are sponsored by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Your time now is 6:54 on this Monday morning. Good morning. I'm Darlene Jones.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. A beloved cow that went missing in Flagler Estates nearly 2 years ago. 2 years ago is finally back home.
This is truly unbelievable. Stella escaped during a storm in 2024 and was apparently spotted several times over this period, but no one could catch her. Last week, a farmer spotted her, and with the help of ranchers and a few cowboys on horseback, Stella was returned to her pasture.
Quite the journey, Stella. Well, if you drive an electric vehicle, you may soon have a new place to power up at Orlando International Airport. A proposed charging station would go on Frontage Road at the airport and include 6 DC fast chargers. The plan now heads to the Orlando Planning Board for approval February 17th. Nature lovers in Central Florida have a chance to get out and enjoy some fresh air later this month. The UF Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences Extension in Orange County is hosting a walking tour of its exploration gardens on Tuesday, January 20th from 10 to 11:30 in the morning. When you sign up, you'll also get educational materials and even a packet of pollinator-friendly seeds to take home with you.
Daytona Beach police are saying goodbye to a beloved partner. Brummer, the police dog, passed away this past weekend. He joined the department in 2017 and over the years helped officers find drugs, guns, cars, and even over $1 million in cash as part of one investigation. Daytona Beach police say Brummer was family to the officers, a loyal partner, and a big part of the team.
Did some great work over several years. Here's Cassie Crimmy in Severe Weather Center 9.
And foggy to start, but later this afternoon we'll get it to lift and thin out. By around lunchtime, I think we'll be partly cloudy finally with temperatures in the mid-70s later today. Then getting warmer tomorrow with highs in the 80s. Darlene?
All right, I made it. First morning newscast here. Hanging out. Your complete local news coverage continues right now on Eyewitness News this morning over on TV 27.
Coming up there, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is expected in a U.S. courtroom in just a few hours. Reactions from around the world after he was captured.
Saving you money every day on Channel 9.
When the big story is breaking in your community, you depend on an experienced team to take you there live. A team to deliver the accurate details you need to know now. To dig into sources, to uncover every fact, and investigate every angle, so you know how it will impact you. Anywhere, anytime, and on any device. Depend on the most experienced team for breaking news coverage. Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Breaking news coverage you can count on.